Okay, now there are exceptions to the rules with possessive adjectives, and that's with family members. Okay, so when we're using singular family member nouns, and by that I mean words like madre, padre, sorella, fratello, etc. So they're singular and they're family members. When I'm using nouns such as these, as opposed to la mia, il mio, I don't use the articles at all. I just use mia or mio. So my mother is not la mia madre, but just mia madre. My father, not il mio padre, but mio padre. My sister, mia sorella. My brother, mio fratello. So with singular family members, we do not include the article in front of the possessive adjective. However, with plural family members, we do. They just act as normal nouns. So if I were to say my brothers, fratelli, that would take miei. I do need the article as with all normal nouns. So the exception to the rule is only with singular family members. However, there's an exception to the exception. So sometimes, even with singular family members, we use an article before the adjective. That is when the family member noun is followed by another adjective. So if I want to say my older brother, so fratello maggiore, that's an adjective, older. If I didn't fit, maggiore, okay? I don't say mio fratello maggiore, I say il mio fratello maggiore. If I want to say my wonderful mother, madre, fantastica madre. Also, I'd like to make a note of something here. Some adjectives in Italian precede the noun. Not many, there are a few. We should make a list of them at some stage. Fantastica is one of them. It's more common to say fantastica madre than madre fantastica. And it's not mia fantastica madre, it's la mia fantastica madre, because I've added an adjective with my noun. This is also the case with altered family members. Okay, so I can have sorella, but I could also have sorellina. Sorellina means little sister. That ina means little. I can also have sorellona. Sorellona, that ona means grande, big. And I can have stepsister by adding this ending, sorellastra. That astra means step. It's actually a negative connotation, but it means step. Now, because I've added additional meaning to my noun, you can think of it as adding an adjective almost. Thus, it is also the exception to the exception. So it's not mia sorellina, but it's la mia sorellina, la mia sorellona, la mia sorellastra. And all these exceptions, of course, and all of these apply to any person. So not only mine, but yours, his, her. So it could be her little sister, la sua sorellastra, our big sister, la nostra sorellona, and la loro sorellastra. Okay. And finally, the exception to the exception also applies to colloquial family member names such as mamma, there aren't any, mamma, papa, cuginetto, Jeanette was the other one. Okay, mama and papa. For example, this is a colloquial way of referring to your parents. And so, la mia mamma, il mio papà. We do have the article there. And finally, with loro, we always have the article. We never see loro on its own as a possessive adjective. So, la loro, il loro, le loro, i loro, etc. For anything in any situation.